Here today I'm going to be showing you how to do a zoom in on Sony Movie Studio Platinum or Sony Vegas Pro, so let's jump right into it. So you want to take your clip, drag it down onto the timeline, okay? Now the first thing you want to do not do anything else but this. You want to right click, and right below where it says synchronize, you can't see it on the video, but right below where it says synchronize, it says properties. Click that. It will bring this up. Make sure you uncheck maintain aspect ratio. This is a very important step. Okay, and you'll find out why later. Alright, check reduce noise flicker and disable the resample. Now, the reason why we're disabling the resample is not really that important, but it will remove motion blur in your video, so make your video look a lot more nice. So now what you need to do is find the part in the video where you want to zoom in at. So right there he is. So I want to zoom in on this captain's name and what he says, basically. I want them to be able to see. I want you guys to be able to see clearly what he says and, you know, what his name is. So boom, right there his name pops up. So I want to zoom in on that name. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the part where I want to zoom in to begin, and I'm going to split that. Okay. Now we're going to find the end where basically we want to stop. Now I'm just going to use a little bar down here to make it a lot more easier. So instead of seeing like 20 minutes of footage, we see what we want to see right here, this little bit. Now we're going to go to where his name doesn't appear anymore, or where it starts to disappear, basically. Alright, right there. We want it to zoom out then. Alright. So now what you want to do is you'll have your little clip right here, okay? This is usually what your timeline will probably look like. You can take this and then move it a little bit and then find your little part that you split out so that way it's easier to find. You want to right click on this part, okay? You will go to video event pan / crop. It will bring this up. Now if you just immediately want to snap to it, you don't want to do no pan in or anything like that, then this is going to be really easy for you, okay? It's very simple. Alright, all you want to do is just take this right here and put it where you want to. Boom. You're done. So, let me show you. So, we're going to go right here. We're going to go frame, or I'm going to try to go frame by frame to show you this. Alright, I'm going to pause, unpause. I apologize for the clicking. So, his name's about to pop up, and you'll see that the gameplay just immediately snaps to being zoomed in. So, boom, there you go. It's immediately zoomed in. There's his name. You can see his name. You're going to see what he's talking about. Now, the reason why I told you earlier to disable maintain aspect ratio is because if you don't, this is what happens. You get black bars. Now, it doesn't look that bad, but it all depends on what part you're zooming in on. So, say I mess around with this a little bit and I go like that. As we can see, we now have black bars on the left and right hand side. We don't want that. To simply reduce that, disable the maintain aspect ratio, like I told you to do earlier. Boom. Alright. So it's a little bit weird getting it right because you gotta make it look like it's not stretched. So that looks better as opposed to just doing this, because that, see, it looks really stretched if I do that. So that looks really good. I like that. See? But the thing is what if we want to make it so it zooms into it, like it pans into it, basically, is what a lot of people would call it. Right? Well, it's going to get a little bit more tricky, and it's going to cost more of your time. However, it's more worth it because you get to see a zoom in and stuff. So you want to have your event pan / crop open, and you want to do the split clip like I already showed you. And right here, you're going to have a keyframe at the bottom. You're going to have this like little keyframe bar. Okay, it should be there. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be there, but it should be there for you. You're going to take this right here. You're going to move it all the way to the left. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to hit this little thing right here, the little marker, and you're going to hit right on your keyboard. Okay, on the arrows on your keyboard. You're going to go over 1 millisecond. Okay? Now, here's what you do. You gently take this, move it in. Click this, go over, move it in. Press this, go over, move it in. And then you just do it to however close you want it to be, you know. And then that's that. Alright, that's as close as I want it to be, because if I go any closer, it's going to cut off the text. Alright, so we got the beginning where it's going to pan into in the beginning. But what about the ending? We want it to zoom out. We don't want it to just like, if we just leave it right now, it's going to pan in the beginning. And then when this little clip part right here ends, it's just going to just snap back to be normal. Say we don't want that. Say we want it to pan out and look like it goes back to normal. Well, simply what you do is you take this little timeline right here and you go all the way to the end of your clip. Make sure you have your clip selected right here, okay? So right here you can see there's like what looks like transparent on the timeline. That's where your clip ends. Okay, so you want to get not pretty close to where not exactly where your clip ends, but a few milliseconds ahead of that. So let's see, we got right here, that's where it ends. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's gonna take about 5, so I'm gonna go with 5. All right, so we're gonna go right there. Then we're gonna slowly start to resize this back to the original. Okay, so we want to do this. I'm gonna press this, go back, do this, wait, do this. All right, so then we're just gonna hit this, go over, do this. And then for the final one, instead of just actually trying to get it perfect, all you need to do is click, go over, right? So we're going to go over. And then you want to hit this little arrow right here and hit default. Boom. That'll put it right back to where it was. Or if you have like where you don't want black bars on the bottom or right hand side, then you just click it and set it to your preset that you already have, and it'll be good to go. So there you go. Alright, so now if we play this, so as we can see, the game automatically zooms in right there. But the zoom in on the text right there. See what it did? Zooms in right there. Boom. That's the zoom in that I did. Straight in. Alright. Now if we watch the clip, so right there is where the zoom out starts to happen. And boom, we're back to normal. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can make your, pan in, pan out a lot more smoother. You just got to add a lot more time frames and take more time with it. I didn't really have a lot of time because this is a tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll check you guys next time. Peace.